entertainment.
I aim it, bang it, and turn the skeptics into believers. Follow the leader. My religion's the movement. Corrupt the whole generation with my influence. Lose it. Stand up, rip your city hands in the air. Man up if you're with me. So we don't care. Some tell lies in the hip hop lines. They convince the world they lie. They fabricating they rhymes. My time is.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Football Talk Tuesday. I'm your man, Ray Nelson Jr.
Mawkus Ophid, a.k.a. It's football season. And did your team win?
Oh, yeah. You know that. No, they know what it is. 49er business in the building.
49er business in the building.
Man, what do you say about that game? Do we start off the week of football with Thursday night game in the San Francisco 49ers and that great victory over the Seattle Seahawks in a division game?
Hey, first off, I was excited because look, you know, I've been playing that fantasy football and I bet on that game and I got 5 out of 6 right. So, you know, we 2 weekends in a row we winning, but the game itself is what I thought was going to happen anyway. You know, we was going to win. We was going to win by playing great defense, running the football, and letting Purdy doing what he do. And he did do what he do. So, you know, yeah. I can't be, you know, too upset, but, you know, it just goes into what people have been, you know, trying to troll us and say that, oh, yeah, look at y'all 2-3, and now we're 3-3. And we got some trolls out there that want to, you know, compare our 3-3 to the Cowboys 3-3. Now, it doesn't even compare, but we ain't talking about them right now. But I mean, look, it's business as usual. And like I put in the description of this show, it's the ebbs and flows of the season. And we touched on some of our character building moments early.
Well, I'll say that that was a great game, 36-24. And you know me, I'm about the inside out and in the trenches and on the line. I felt like that we played our best game against Seattle in the season. That was, for me, watching them. When I go back and I look at the past games, I think that they took control of the line of scrimmage, you know, on the defensive side, offensive side of the ball. And then they were able to do what they needed to do. And they had a lot of young guys come in and play and perform. You know, when you had a lot of, you know, cats go out, it got kind of scary when Warren went down with the shoulder situation, but he was able to get back up, and he was back on the sidelines and get some time in. But they handled the game. It got a little scary because from what I've seen so far, the trend for them this season was kind of like tapering off in the second half and not playing the way they came out in the first half of the ball game. And so when they came out, Seattle came out with that 97-yard kickoff return. I was like, so this is what I'm talking about. And there was some moments in the game where it could have got competitive, but it was timely interceptions by Geno Smith, you know, and some stops by the Niners. So, you know, shots out to them. But I'm not going to get a little bit too excited because the next game they play is against the Kansas City Chiefs, and that's going to be a big game. And we got to be. This is going to be the test for us this season. We're going to still be without some people, but it's a game that we got to win, I think.
And we'll win that game. Here's the thing. We're going to beat Kansas City.
Okay.
We're going to give them their first L.
All right.
And see, this is what I'm sure Kyle Shanahan feels the same way. What you don't want is a win, and then everybody to hop back on that bandwagon of, oh, the 49ers. And that's what I liked about the start with a couple of games here and there that we lost. It's so you don't want everybody, singing your praises, players. You do read what they write, and so
we did that last year. This is getting old. They're always a juggernaut team in the league that's competing to win a Super Bowl. And that's been the truth about this ball club for the last 5 years. So that shit's got to get old. Whether they want to hop on them, it's the same thing like with the Ravens. Like I was like, oh man, Lamar is looking terrible. Early, it was just kind of. Now he looked like the best quarterback on earth. You know what I'm saying? So it's
right.
It's the ebb and flows of the season. But I don't want to get ahead of myself when it comes to the 49ers because right now, but the Kansas City game is going to tell me a lot of things coming up in week 7.
But see, what you want to look at is, like we were talking about earlier, in the trenches, yes. Are we healthy there so far? Right. And we want to keep everybody be talking that shit, about Purdy, but they wish he would get hurt. Because boy, that shit be running like a well-oiled machine when number 13's back there.
That's awful. Anybody on that bullshit talking about they want to see a player get hurt is on some bullshit. I don't want to see no player get hurt. Unfortunately, that's a part of the football. But I watch a game. I like to see a clean game. Not nobody. You gonna walk away with some bruises. It's a part of this. It's a high impact game. But to want to see somebody get hurt, I ain't with none of that. We don't support none of that over here, man. So I hope that nobody's after to knock him out like that. That's some old school shit.
Oh no, it's more one of those things. I think where people just want to see him go down, and then look, what are the Niners gonna do now? Because you got a lot of Cowboy fans sitting back right with that mentality.
Right.
It's retarded. It's like, oh, okay, whatever.
That's for fodder. That's for the chats and the comment sections of the different platforms out there, and that's going to always keep it fun for a lot of people. But if we talking football, what it is. It's done on the field. But we're going to move on to talk about that young boy out of USC, Caleb Williams, over there in London playing like he's a goddamn veteran or all pro or some shit. Had a beautiful game against who do they play? I'm sorry, against Jacksonville Jaguars, and they over there again. They got another game this week coming up over there, I think. I'm not mistaken.
It's funny they didn't even say, number 1 versus number. Yeah, so I was like, y'all you want to feel that because he whooping on the Travis Lawrence.
Man, that was a crazy game, 35-16. It was solid. It was just like they controlled the ball. I didn't get a chance to watch it because it was so early over in London, but I did get to watch some red zone highlights of it, little game breakdown. Yeah. So I was able to kind of get a glimpse of that. And he played inside out, offensive line, defensive line, they solid. When they're playing well, that's a tough team, I think. He was 226 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Now look at how he looks compared to what they got. Look what they got going on in Carolina.
Right. Who's the quarterback over there?
Bryce Young. Well, they finna start him this week, but shit, they brought in your boy. I gotta tell you this shit since we're talking about Carolina.
Okay.
So I needed your boy, what's his name, the quarterback for Carolina now?
The quarterback.
Redhead.
Dalton, Andy Dalton.
Dalton. Because I was invested in that game. And I needed Andy Dalton. It was beautiful. I didn't need that motherfucker to throw another pass because I was right at the green. If he complete one more pass, it's finna turn red.
Right.
That motherfucker threw a pick. I was like, yeah, baby, yeah. Woo! Hey, boy, when you play that fantasy like that, what is it? FanDuel fantasy, man, that shit, man, it has a whole other element to it.
That's why I was watching nothing but Red Zone, man, and my whole system was down. I had to do it all on a some bootleg channel thing or whatever. It was, stream. A stream. My partner gave me a stream, and I had to watch it. And then, it was kind of crazy for me on Sunday. So I'm watching the game on the tablet, on my, all kinds of crazy shit till I got it right for the night game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Kevin, Ebony in the building over
but
here.
One of the other points I wanted to make about that as well is you look at Chicago. They got something working there with Caleb in the first year. Texans, it's actually that these are examples of when you got the organization, the coaching staff, and the player that they want all in the right mix. Because what you've seen over the years is like, why is these guys, like especially quarterbacks, not working out? And you seeing what the old kind of way of doing things and what's going on in Carolina. You got this talented quarterback, but he's being wasted because the coaching staff, the front office, they don't know what's going on. They don't know how to implement and make that work. And you got to give Chicago a lot of credit because I was like, he's a rookie. And what I actually do is I bet against rookies in fantasy.
Right.
So if you playing a superior team, you ain't gonna hit them stats. Yep.
Right.
But again, Bryce Young is sad to watch, but he's probably gonna be question his talent, because it's probably not gonna work out in Carolina the way it's working out in Chicago for Caleb Williams and where it's working out.
But remember though, it's like this, man. Eventually we have to remember though the old way of doing things worked out for a lot of these guys because they just weren't ready. You see what I'm saying? And then how many guys have developed later in their careers? So I think you're absolutely right because that could like shell shock them and make it, to where they don't get another job or an opportunity. But versus a guy, maybe you sit a couple years behind a veteran or something like that, you pick up some, and they get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I wouldn't say you write these guys off. I think that the expectation for quarterbacks coming out of college is a lot higher than it was back then because now you're expecting these guys to play. Back then, you sat with a clipboard and you watched the veteran play. You know what I'm saying? And then they brought you in. They kind of,
I like Green Bay's approach, because it worked. It's now worked for two generational quarterbacks. Sit your ass down, learn the game, learn the pro game, learn the NFL game, and learn how to be a pro, right? And learn how to be a pro quarterback in the NFL. Like people don't understand that there's levels to it. Like, when you get drafted as an NFL quarterback, all that's saying is you got the ability, but there's all these other intangibles that comes with leading the franchise. And, like I said, the biggest, thing is making sure that the coaching staff, front office are all on the same page with what they're going to do with you. And see, the other thing too, this was one more thing. The other thing too is, this generation, you got a lot of coaches adapting to the talent of the player rather than back in the day where they used to try to, this is what we're looking for. Let's try to fit you in that hole. He's a bust.
Right. Well, see, here's another thing too, though. You got a lot of these, the older guys that last in the league, the older guys, and I'm talking about the old school that's kind of still hanging around. The ones that last is because they get the young people that come in. It's about when you at that level, it's about who you hire around you. You know what I'm saying? And it's young minds and shit like that and the teams that are winning, they're more innovative. They hiring those type of people. It's all about, you see the good quarterbacks in the league, their organizational structure is intact. You know what I'm saying? They're handling.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah. Front office, scouting.
Right. And so then you get a good player, out of college that goes to one of the worst teams who don't have, they don't got a good administrative setup. They go there, they don't know what they're doing. They're trying to hire people in, and then the kid gets caught up in that whole little situation, and then he's not performing because there's no real structure. He come from a big time college university that's all things lined up, and in the pros, you have to do the same thing. But just like your job, at work, you know what I'm saying? Your job has to have a structure to it. You know what I mean? And it has to be ran well in order for you to get the best out of your employee or your athlete. And I think a lot of those,
you could use Bryce Young for your analogy there, because that kid went from Alabama Heisman Trophy to the Carolina Panthers in all of its misery. Especially the state of the franchise right now. I mean, the coaching staff about to get fired again.
I think the biggest mistake
get shipped off somewhere.
The biggest mistake Carolina made is when they let go of Cam Newton in the way that situation played out, and they haven't been shit since he's been gone. And had they, it would have been some lean years, I think, because I believe back then when that was happening before he left, that they should have worked that out. You have a couple of lean years, but he got a lot of football in him. He'd still be playing now. We're talking almost 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Out of this kid. You know what I mean? And he was good enough, I thought, but that mentality, he's falling off and this and that, man, fuck out of here, man. The organization is falling. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened to the organization. You know what I'm saying? And they fucked that off, and they haven't been shit since. And now this kid is in the organization, and now we hope that he don't get burnt out.
Bryce Young is look. The Raiders are going to make a blockbuster deal, and if I were them, I would go get Bryce Young out of Carolina. You're going to get him on the cheap, and you're going to get a solid quarterback. I think the kid is pretty solid. I mean, he looked good, at times, but when you're on a shitty team, it's really hard to kind of judge that.
Right.
But then now we actually get to have seen now with what happened in Houston. What's his name?
CJ Stroud.
And then now we're seeing it. Look, the Washington Commanders finally got their organization together.
Right.
It took them 30 years. But look at again, there's an example. Jay Daniels is damn near in the MVP conversation.
The Detroit Lions. And what they've done with their organization. And it all starts from up top. They starting to get people who like business people. They not necessarily football people, but they know that about a product, we're gonna get the best fucking people around here to make this shit work. We're not finna be playing. This is about some fucking money. At the end of the day, we trying to get paper. We're investing in this shit. So what you gonna do as a responsible business person? You gonna get the best motherfucking people that money can buy or what's affordable to you to make this shit work right. And
the other thing too, again, that it's a team effort, because I'm gonna throw a rock. If you look at Jacksonville, a very familiar person is over there, and it's in disarray there. Trent Baalke.
Why is he still around?
Right. He ran Harbaugh, got his ass ran out, went over to Jacksonville, brought in Urban Meyer. That didn't work. And look at what's happening there.
Oh, speaking of Urban Meyer, not to shift the gears on you, but it's still in the football realm. Have you seen the Aaron Hernandez series on Netflix? Yeah. So I just started watching that, and I'm sitting there. I was like, "What the fuck is this homoerotic shit that they got going on?" But I was just like, the thing is that I read the story. There was a book that I read, and then I also watched the documentary. So I know the whole story, right? But I heard some of that stuff was in there, not like this though. You know what I'm saying? But it was rumors. And I hadn't known that there was always a rumor or a known thing or some shit like that about him. But it's just crazy watching this shit. Like, I'm like, this shit is fucking wild, bro. Oh, man, it's hard to watch, bro. But anyway. It's an interesting show, but
it's an interesting show, an interesting story, and it's like, goddamn, that's what you went through to get that was your pathway. Damn.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was a horrible story for him. But anyway, back to our scoreboard. Texas blowing the Patriots out. We were just talking about the young man, CJ Stroud. They won 40.
Hey, you can't put the scoreboard up?
Oh, I could. Yeah, let me put the ESPN scoreboard up. I'm just going off my notes, you know.
No, you good.
I got my little soliloquies on here so I can kind of keep this thing rolling in the right direction. But yeah, this is hold on, let me pull up some of this stuff. You know, you could pull it up and show the score, sir. You know what I'm saying? Got me over here doing everything, man. Hold up, man. You can
no, brother.
You share that and control the scoreboard, man. Yeah. That smart brother over there, man. Let's make this shit happen. Yeah, CJ Stroud, he channeled his inner video game character, leaving defenders puzzled, you know, exposing the Patriots defense. He got down and did his thing. Got to watch a little bit of that. He was a part of one of my winners that helped me win some money on the FanDuel. Yeah, I was on FanDuel. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't do them. I do DraftKings. My bad. You do. You just said that. It's a Freudian slip. Yeah, no, I do. I do the other.
What, Pick Six?
Yeah, say again.
Pick Six.
No, I do all kinds of bets, bro. I mean, I bet a little bit of everything. I'll do parlays. I usually bet money lines. I don't necessarily do spreads. I'll do over and under sometimes when I'm doing some crazy pick or whatever. But you know, I'll be going against the grain a lot. You know, and trying to fill the teams out. You know what I mean? Like be looking to see play. I'll be man, and I'm back on my old formula, and I got it. I'm finna go big though. Cause I'm finna hit the lick on these motherfuckers because I'm in my zone right now. I feel it. I just went back to my old formula. I said, stop playing, nigga. Just go with what you know. And stop trying to go for these underdog teams, man, because you know it raises your payout. You know, if you're underdogs, if you got underdogs in your like a 5-pick parlay.
Right. Well, yeah. So you best underdogs, boy. You got the money.
Yeah, them underdogs, man. But in the NFL is weird, bro, because it's like my philosophy when I used to do a lot of the sports gambling thing when I was really hitting on this thing, I would always wait till like week 4 or 5, you know, before I really start betting. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, hey, what's up, Claire in the building? Devin in the building. Claire? She says didn't watch the Ducks make she didn't watch the Ducks make against the game, I guess, against Ohio State. But she saw the article today. I watched that game. That was a hell of a game. I enjoyed that.
I was gonna say we're gonna get to that. So it's that one, and we got to talk about Miami Cal.
And we'll talk about Colorado too, because I got something on that.
I got something for you. You ain't expecting.
Yeah. Okay. So the Steelers, they smashed the Raiders, and I'm hearing that my man Russell is supposed to be considered to be the starter for next week. I don't know how true that is, but they got a 32-13 victory against the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know what the hell's going on with them clowns over there, but you had Najee Harris pushed for 106 yards, and Justin Fields. He played. So Justin Fields said he did 59 yards rushing for him.
He was 14 for 24 for 145 in the game.
Yeah, so I don't know why they're talking about Russell starting. If you know, that's not too bad. They're keeping him safe. You know, he ain't But when Najee Harris is rushing for 106 yards, it makes it a little bit easier for him to do his thing.
Hey, hold on there, little buckaroo. He was 14 for 24 for 145 yards, 3 sacks.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's still looking like how he looked in Chicago. Just kind of, only time a player's made really is when he's running around and shit. Like there's no real offense.
He said it's only when he running around.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Remember look at how fluid Caleb Williams looked Sunday compared to any game Justin Fields had last year.
Yeah, no, he looked like a straight pro, bro. A straight pro. That's all there
Shit
is.
happening on time. Not really, not all this. I mean, it's a time for it, but not every play. And it seems like every drop back, he wiggling and running, and then okay, you gotta make a play. No, you can't do that, man. We gotta have put plays together. And I think that's why, when you really look at the film of the Steelers, the offense, they look like the last year's Chicago Bears, but with a better defense and probably better coaching. But, that 4-2 is deceptive.
Let's see. So Clara says, football playing rules committee is actively engaged in examining the play. Which play are you talking about? Didn't watch the Ducks game. Curious about that. You said the committee is actively engaged in examining the play. Is there a specific play? What play are you talking about? Or are you just talking about gameplay in general? But yeah, I'm not clear on that. Let me know, and then I could expunge upon that a little bit more. You got Pittsburgh, the Colts. They you got that old man Flacco coming in doing his thing. Okay, sending me the ours. All the penalty in that game. Okay, I got what you're saying. I'm gonna have to look at that again. What's that? What's that on the screen? Hold up. Hey, get that NFL off the screen, man. Get that off the screen, man. I don't want YouTube. They put the nigga over their head. But the Tennessee Titans got beat by the Colts 20-17. Colts defense played well. It was pretty solid ball game. I won some money on that. That was a part of my parlay. So that was, I picked the Steelers. I picked the Texans. I didn't bet on the 49ers, but I picked the Eagles. I picked the Saints. I mean, not the Saints, but the Bucks. Ravens, of course. That was crazy. I mean, your young bull, man, he was out there, man, doing all right, man. But it was only so much you could do against Lamar and them dudes.
Shit, to be honest with you, all the rookie quarterbacks actually played well. Drake May played well. For the Patriots came in and gave them a spark, even though they lost. The Spencer Rattler with the Saints, I actually bet against him and almost lost, but he didn't throw all that many completions. But he actually had a really good game, and I didn't think he was gonna be all of that. But shit, Derek Carr better watch out.
Oh, I say his ass is gonna be out over there.
Boy, hey, Rattler, he really did look good as a rookie. When you looked at how he played, you're like, oh, okay, for a rookie, okay, well, and you know how them coaches will do. Well, if we get you more reps, you might be exactly what we're looking for.
Man, they got smoked though. They got smoked for real. Say shout out to my partner Dorian Bornhart in the building, childhood friend. I see you. You know what I mean? Yeah, over there on Instagram. We play hoop together, all that shit. Grew up with him, man, in school. And went to high school a little bit before he transferred. But he was a hell of an athlete too. For real. Like a giant when we was kids. Only thing is we could never get him to play football though. He played hoop and everything else, but could not get him on the football field. He would have been a monster if he would have played football. He was like the one that got away. He would have been the kid out of our class that would have went to the NFL. He was built like that.
He like all that contact.
I don't think it had nothing to do with that. I really think it was more of maybe his parents or something. I don't know. I mean, he just, he was tough. Yeah, so it wasn't about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in hoop, he was physical and all that type of shit. And our coaches was just like, man, he should be playing football. Straight up.
We could get him on that gridiron.
Man, boy, I'm telling you, we might have got at least 2 straight championships if we could have had him on the squad. He was that kind of athlete. Yeah, straight up.
What's up?
You said what?
I was just saying, shots. What's his name?
Dorian. Yeah, my partner Dorian. He over on Instagram. Yeah, but let's see here. The Packers. They
Hey, Jordan Love is better than I thought.
I thought that he was going to be okay after last year watching him, and I was sold on him personally.
That dude he's elite, bro. And like I said, the Packers got the formula. You let them sit behind the MVP or whatever you want to call them. Mm-hmm. Let them sit, and then put them in the game. Get rid of the old guy and bring in this guy that's been sitting for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, remember the old way of doing things?
Well, yes and no, but because, I mean, look at all the quarterbacks, that class with Achilles Smith, Cade McNow, all of them busted.
Right, right.
I mean, back in the day, man, it was even more of a hit and miss because back then the offensive coordinator and coaches were even more stubborn to make you had to come in and fit into that system, whereas now it's the other way around.
Right.
And so because if it was still like back in the day, well, we'd still be I formation, 2 backs, split right, 2 backs split right.
Now with a slide back, bro, we had so many athletes. We still won a title and all that, but it was like we were so vanilla on offense, bro. It was just straight track meet, just athleticism all over the field. You had guys on the bench that could play. You know what I mean? It was ballers, bro. Like, and we ran I formation with a slot. They had to open the offense for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like up in the fullback position though, so we was straight blocking. You know what I'm saying? Well, my senior year, they let me run a rock. You know what I mean? It was crazy, but no, I mean that was when they got creative. You know what I mean? Like, but it was so vanilla, bro. We didn't know spread.
I mean, like our coaches in like we were the same way, at Grant, and that athletes, and we just gonna line up our athletes and just beat the crap out of yours.
Yep.
With power and sweeps. And,
yep.
Yes. Yep.
God, that's some prehistoric shit, right?
But see, our high school coach, he loved the Dallas Cowboys, so we ran shotgun too. Okay. So we come out with that, and then being that I was short, we ran a lot of we ran a fair bit of it, like multiples and shit. So that's why when I got to Oregon State, it was like, man, we only running 3 plays, 4 plays.
You guys went backwards, kind of like tight.
Yeah. It was like we was exciting, and got to college, and it was like, man, what is this?
It's like
Is this what the wishbone look like? Look, this ain't look like Oklahoma's wishbone.
Man, listen, that was some craziness going on with that. I was like, oh my God, because the coach that preceded him was a dude that recruited me when I was in high school, and he had that wide open, he had more of a pro style type of offense. And I was like, if they had this, they would have made it over the hump. That was the worst hire ever. And outside of his, him boosting and raising money, I think if they would have gave him one more year, and got a chance to athletes, bro.
Now we had a conversation in another phone conversation, and one of the ideas was P-Bone should have been AD, and Rocky Long should have been the head coach. And that actually would have, because P-Bone go raise the money.
Yeah,
and Rocky, he
let him coach.
Let him coach. Because he used to be funny, because that's who, when P-Bone to get through doing this thing, everybody go over there and listen to Coach Long get hyped up for the game, because that shit, we were fearing to play Washington State. That fool got so hyped up. He was, come on, guys, who's with me, goddammit? When you get out there, you hit him in the throat. You hit him in the motherfucking throat. Yeah. Hey, we beat Wazoo 20-3 that day.
Right.
That shit was wild, boy. Woo.
Right. Yeah, man. No, that's but yeah, when they hired Pettibone, the coach, and he came with that bullshit offense, nigga, from NAIA Division 10 or some shit crazy.
Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois, and it was like they scored like some crazy amount of points or something like that, or whatever. But I just was like, man, this is not innovative at all. You know what I'm saying? Also, when you go to college, I would never want to go to a school that ran a triple option and wishbone and all that bullshit, bro. I was over that after Pop Warner, nigga. You know what Pop Warner. I was over that after Pop. I mean, it looked cool in college, man, but what I started to realize when I was a kid, and learning football and understanding the concepts of football, I was like, you can't win with this shit, because those teams always ran up against most of the time, when it advanced, to be able to throw the goddamn ball. And if they was able to strain that out and stuff that goddamn your option, bro, you didn't have nothing else. You couldn't come back with a pass. And y'all, man, Holloway and them niggas, they was tight to him they once been, but I've seen some games, man, where it was just like they got nothing. Compared to now, they couldn't stretch the field nowhere, bro. It was horrible.
But the thing is, the RPO is basically triple option concepts. And,
absolutely. Okay.
And then a lot of the like colleges do more of the zone running schemes more than the NFL, which I don't understand why not. Because that's why we be punishing everybody, because we run a zone running scheme. And I mean, it seemed like it would be a no-brainer.
Right.
Because that's why you see a lot of college teams running the RPOs and their spread, because why? You can still run, you can still stretch it out with the speed, but you can also, if you go up against a more talented team, you still got that zone and you still got the RPO elements to offset the talent. That's why people just run the option, because it's supposed to allow if you're an inferior team to be able to compete against a more superior team, because you're not manning up blocking everybody. You scooping up to different levels, and you're
getting the angles and stuff like that, and you're getting the spots, and
But it just, like I said, it just seemed like more teams would run it, but that's what the 49ers are busting everybody head with. A zone running scheme.
You remember Mouse Davis and the run and shoot offense?
Yep.
You bring that up.
Yeah,
that was crazy. That was high power to me when I was a kid. I was looking at that shit. I was like, "Ooh, I wish we could run plays like that."
Right. Well, that's what you got teams pretty much the air raid. That's a version of the run and shoot.
Yeah. You have one back there in the backfield, or you can put that out there. You can move him anywhere you want him to move him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got rid of the ball fast as you got like 6 niggas running routes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
running slants. No, it's a bunch of slants and outs.
Yeah.
And wheel routes.
Right. Yeah, man, that shit's hard, bro.
Because off of all that action, all the quarterback, you know, he got a pretty simple read. Okay, you gonna either throw that motherfucking slant, you gonna throw that out, or that wheel route is wide open behind all of that.
Right.
And then you just start building off of different concepts from that.
Yeah. Hey, listen. That shit came through. I remember the motherfuckers that was running that offense was throwing for like 6,000 yards. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but I mean, you seen the yardage by the quarterback balloon during that era. You know what I'm saying? That shit, and some of, like you said, some of those concepts passed on to the NFL, you know, or whatever. Because he coached in the NFL. He coached our USFL team. We had the Portland Breakers, and it was Don Coryell, right? Yeah, Don Coryell, and they had the fresh unis, all that shit, man. I used to love the USFL, bro, when I was young. Doug Flutie and Herschel Walker played for the New Jersey General. That was Trump's team, nigga. For real. I remember that shit, Herschel, because remember, they stole him from the NFL because he was the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, and they paid him all that money.
And Doug Flutie was too, so they had 2 back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners on that team because they was literally competing with the NFL. You know, the biggest mistake they made was when they wanted to go compete in the fall. They had something in the spring, and they should have kept that shit. You know what I'm saying, or kept it right. But thanks to Donald Trump, he was so bent because he wanted to be an NFL owner. But they didn't never, you know, they wasn't going to never allow him. They didn't want him a part of that or some shit. So they kind of froze him out. And so then when he thought he was going to get a team, he gave up on the USFL move or whatever. And the $1 billion, remember the $1 billion lawsuit they had against the NFL for antitrust? And they won against the NFL was for $1 billion. This was like 35 or 40 years, maybe 40 years, over 40 years ago. And they won. And the NFL, the USFL got awarded $1.
That's crazy.
Crazy as fuck, bro. It's $1 and some change if it's exact. But bro, that's a crazy. But Donald Trump was a part of that, you know, and the thinking of that situation, though. So when people ask me my only issue with Donald Trump was because of that.
He ruined the USFL.
Yeah. That's why I have funk with him. I didn't fuck with him again
until you cool with him.
Oh yeah, he on me. So when I started fucking with him again is when I heard him go in on Rosie O'Donnell, because Rosie O'Donnell, big mouth, talking shit and all that. And I was like, and then when he cooked her, bro, he was like cooking her, and I was listening, and I was like, oh yeah, he's hilarious. So I'm rolling with him. But anyway, let's see what else we got. The Ravens, like I said, we talked about the Battle of the Beltway, and the Ravens. Lamar, he had a crazy game. Pull up his stats if you don't mind. It won 30-23. I don't think the game was as close as the score would indicate here, but it was a good game nonetheless. Daniels, the rookie. It was
competitive.
It was somewhat competitive. I'm gonna say that. I don't feel like the Ravens was really up against it. I feel like they kind of handled them.
Yeah, Washington couldn't run the ball.
Yeah, that matters. Yeah, but Lamar, he was solid in there, man. He looked real good. Watching that game, so I did watch the bulk of that game. And he was dominant. He was 323 yards passing, and he was averaging 12.4 yards pass, so that's really good. Derrick Henry, 132 yards rushing. He's in his zone, 5.5 average, 2 touchdowns. You know, he got down the field. Zay Flowers, though, awesome game for him. 9 catches, 132 yards, for averaging 14.
Yeah.
He played a hell of a game. And, got to give him some love, though, but he didn't get a touchdown. Bateman had 4 catches for 71 yards. Solid game for him. No touchdown. But you have Mark Andrews, who had 3 receptions for 66 yards. So he had a big one with a 38-yarder, but he had a touchdown. And so, yeah, that's what you had there from them. You had a solid, balanced game from them. Let's go back up to Daniels and look at his numbers real quick. And Daniels, he was that's his carries, but he
Daniels
was
went off. He pretty
yeah,
much did enough to win.
yeah, he did, and he had 2 touchdown passes. He was sacked.
No picks.
Yeah, he didn't throw no picks. Lamar had 1, but Lamar was 20 for 26. He was just on point, you know. And his running game was on, so he didn't have to throw the ball. But he got 23 yards. So that's really solid for him. Jaden Daniels, let's see, 6 carries. So yeah, they couldn't run the ball at all. Zach Ertz, tight end, he's 4 catches for 68 yards. Noah Brown, 58. So I mean, it's spread across the field though, with nobody really nothing to write home about. But Zay Flowers though, he balled out though.
But see, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something right here in these motherfucking stats.
What's that?
You know how you can tell Washington know what they're doing with Jaden Daniels?
What's that?
In the loss, the tight end is the leading receiver, which means that guy is aware of the tight end in the playbook.
Right.
That's your blame.
That's what they did to Lamar early in his career.
Right. So watch how important this be towards the end of the season. See, if I'm you, Zach Ertz, you watch how much his name gonna be popping up as the season go on.
Right.
That's gonna be his safety blanket.
How many passes does he have this season? Click into his name and let's look at that real quick.
Ertz.
Yeah. He's got 21 receptions. Okay. He's averaging 10, so he's averaging 10.9 yards a catch.
Damn, Ertz is out of Stanford too.
Mm-hmm. Ertz is a veteran. Yeah, he's a veteran.
I didn't realize he went to Stanford.
And from the former Pac-10, Pac-12. I still think Pac-10 that's where we should have kept it.
You got to blame that cat that was the president back in 2014, Scott. Something he ruined the Pac-10 because when they was trying to when you heard that rumor that Texas and Oklahoma was coming to the Pac, that's when it fell apart. That was a legit rumor. Like that's when they shit. And then how the
Texas
fuck?
and Oklahoma.
What's that?
The Texas and Oklahoma was going to be a part of the Pac-10.
Yeah.
Pac-12.
And then Texas ended up making the Texas network, the Longhorn network on the back end.
Okay.
Yeah. The motherfuckers were supposed to come to the Pac-12, and it was supposed to, that was when they first started talking about the super conference.
Right.
And our commissioner fucked it up, and here we are. But it started back in, I think, 2014, I want to say.
That would have been pretty big.
Hell yeah. You got Texas and Oklahoma in the Pac-12. That would have solidified the conference.
USC and because I wonder how they would have aligned that up if they had done that.
Look, just like they're doing now. They throw them all in there and put it together. Like, here's your schedule. Let's go.
Just fuck it. Here it is. But let's go ahead and switch to college football because I don't want to be going for too long. I gotta
let's do it. Come on.
A little bit, but
let's start off with let's start off with Oregon, Ohio State.
All right, number 2, number 3.
Number 2, number 3. That was the game. That was what it was.
Yeah, that was a hell of a game.
And you know, and I'm glad we kind of talking about this because it's like, again, this is a testament to Oregon as a school knowing who they are, and that we want to compete for championships. We want to be on the same level as the SCs and all of that. And so they took it upon themselves. Hey, let's go to the rankings.
Are they number 2 in the country?
They made that shit. What's that?
They're number 2 in the country right now.
Number 2 in the country. You know, what the fudge? Hold on, brother. I don't know what's happening there. Clicked on something. Oh, no, I don't want to go to this. I just want to go. Okay, y'all have made me mad. Yahoo. I mean, what do you make of Florida State?
I didn't get to watch them this weekend.
Well, they lost again. You make of Florida State.
Oh, again?
Yeah. They sure did.
Yeah.
I mean, so here we go. Let's go up here. I mean, then that Penn State, because I thought Penn State was finna, you know, I thought SC was like, okay, y'all gonna right the ship against Penn State, huh? Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Penn State rallied on their ass. And now I think Lincoln Riley is about to get fired.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and this boy here, so let's talk about the portal. So Miami. Did you see any of that Cal game?
Nuh-uh. The only college games I watched this weekend was Colorado, and I watched the Oregon game. Those 2.
Okay. So I watched Miami Cal. Cal was in their ass like a wedgie for 3 quarters. Matter of fact, 3 most of the game. And that boy Cam Ward it was like Cal was in control, but he just slowly but surely, like how the 49ers been losing, but it was a bigger game. You know what I'm saying? It was just like that. And all of a sudden, man, they took that shit to overtime, bro. Hey, that game probably put him in. If he wins the Heisman, it was because of that game. Because it was all him. All him. Mm. But I also wanted to say this. This is an example of the portal working. Because if you watched him last year with Washington State, it was kind of like, man, this dude, you could tell, like, he was being wasted. Like it's talent. And he goes to Miami, and it was a match made in heaven because shit, man, that kid, if Miami can play some better defense, they might win the national, slip up and win the national championship this year. Mm. But the U is back.
Okay. What are they ranked right now?
All right, shit, they up to number 6 now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Iowa State, I don't know about them because I see them and they steadily winning, but I'm like, okay.
That's Claire's home state. I think she's more of an Iowa Hawkeyes, but I think she got love for her Iowa schools though. But yeah, they number 9. I didn't know they were 6-0. Shit. I mean,
Oh yeah,
who have they beaten? What was like their top opponent? That they beat. They beat West Virginia.
Let's go click on Iowa. They beat some people, like not nobody big,
Right.
but they got some,
Mm-hmm.
scores. Okay, here we go. So yeah, they beat Baylor, they beat Houston, beat North Dakota, but people ain't gonna really give that. But they beat Iowa.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I say, the big Iowa is their biggest team, but there's some other recognizable names on this this W list.
Right.
And I mean, if you look further, I mean,
they got a schedule except for Colorado. Utah and Kansas State. Then you got Texas Tech. Those is going to be the games. It's going to be the ones that
they're going to beat Tech. I think they're going to beat Tech. But it's that Kansas, and they're going to beat Utah because Utah, that quarterback, man, he Cam Rising is too bad, but he keep getting hurt.
Right,
and that's why they're 4-2. But Kansas State, though, man, they know how to win.
I like that ball club, though. But
yeah, boy, Kansas State just know how to win.
So what's up with your mans and them in Colorado, though? I mean, I'm not hating on them further. I think that they're having a decent season, to be honest with you. But my biggest thing or takeaway from this game is Travis Hunter, and his injury. And it goes back to what I think I said before about him in particular when we talk about Dion and Shador and all of those kids, and all that kind of stuff. And to me, out of all of them, he's the most, the one that I think is going to be, a star in the league. And they were overplaying him, and now he's hurt. Do you think that maybe he needs to reduce that? And I'm hoping that he's not, he's not out for too long. But at this point, man, what would you do as a coach? Are you going to continue to play him at the levels he's been playing? I mean, I get that he's a great athlete and all that, but something's got to give.
Excuse me. I mean, yeah, you can look at it like that. And you can also look at it like, the average player looks at it anyway. Injuries come with the game. And so if you Travis Hunter, if you're healthy, you want to be on the field. You know what I'm saying? And I think like Coach Prime said, he's the best coach to be managing that. I don't think his injuries is because of the number of snaps. I don't think that's. I think that's just normal attrition of the game. He could be just playing DB and still probably have gotten that injury, or he could be playing wide receiver.
That's true, but the more you're on the field, the more your risk rises, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that go in knowing it's part of the game, though, but you also putting yourself more at risk, especially when you're on offense, because then you become the target. A lot of times it's a lot of plays that he's playing, and they depend on him a whole hell of a lot, whether it's on offense and or coverage, and they got in defense too. But they got some good young talent out there in their defensive backfield that I'm starting to see. But at the same time, I feel like that they're going to have to get some more talent in there, because you shouldn't have to depend. Like I said, I bring him in on certain plays, certain situations, decoy or running a play for him or whatever in certain situations. Maybe, yeah, I get that. But pick a side, or he going to, play defense here and there, because that's extra risk. And he's got a chance to do something in the league. And I don't feel like at this point we know what he can do. what are you guys trying to, what are we trying to get out of this kid at this point?
Man, what? Have you not been watching? Man, this kid is unbelievable. And,
I just said that, bro. What up? I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. Why are we gonna risk this generational talent out here for
but that's what I'm saying is that's what we're watching is a generational talent. And so you gotta kind of let him cook. I mean, he's gonna get hurt one way or another. But this guy can go out and intercept it,
come back and catch it,
and then come back and catch it. I mean, but that intercepting on defense actually weighs to me a lot more than him catching the bomb on offense. Because you throw it down and catch it. But I agree with on defense, when you're able to shut down the whole side of a field,
like Deion used to do.
Right. That like we know real football that's huge. But to the average, onlooker, they're like, but that's not flashy like a Tom Brady touchdown to, Wes Welker. Yeah, I know, but you don't understand that Tom Brady won't even throw it to that other side of the field.
Right.
Like you don't even look over there.
Yeah.
And that, look, I guess I'm for it because I feel like if a player can go both ways like that, legitly, I mean, even like, look at it this way. I think sometimes, there's a lot of plays, injuries, but you might have some big guys that could play, D line as well.
Right.
But I know, especially in college, they'll never, we got a D lineman and a lineman playing both. No, they'll never do it. But I think there's been guys that have been able to do it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, a lot of kids in high school, you know what I mean? And so it's
for high school, that's kind of natural. I'm talking about college, where they be like, you either be and in order for them to even look at you, you must be special.
Right. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, but no, I just feel like this.
Hold on, Shador.
Yeah, what about him?
Fuck him.
What happened? That's your man.
That the last play of the game. 4th and 2 or 5. Well, it was a single digit 4th down yards to get. And you gonna throw a motherfucking fade?
He didn't go get it,
bro. Why would you? You gonna throw that's arrogance. That's like, wait a minute, you really, bro? Get the first down. Get the first down. Like, what the fuck is you gonna throw a fade wheel route? And I know the coach didn't call that play. That was him. That's all him. And he did that shit, dog. I said, man, Dion, I hope you chewed his ass out. Because if I was Coach Ball, I would have went snatched his motherfucking face mask. Like, what are you doing? Like, what was that?
Right. Like, what was your thought? He was out there trying to shut a watch on him. Like,
what?
Fuck.
Dude. Oh my God. It was like everybody probably was sitting there like, wait, what?
Listen, man, I mean, like I said, I think that he's a good college quarterback. I mean, but he can't be doing that type of shit. You would think that game awareness, understanding the situational awareness of what's happening right now, paying attention to your clock, the first down, and getting to the first down is the most important thing. How you get it.
You're supposed to be the quarterback prodigy.
man, if you
It's
can't
simple.
manage
It's the first
that, bro,
down.
you gotta manage, bro. That you fall over, you get the first down. You run inside in the tackle, and you grind out to your running back, get it to your back. If you calling plays yourself, if your dad is giving you that liberty, then but
Yeah.
you choose to do a fade though. That's not even smart football. You be better off throwing to a back or looking to a fucking tight end. You know what I'm saying? Versus
Right.
trying to throw on the outside. That's not even gonna be there for you at all. They already paying attention to that. You guys can win the game, but you know what I'm saying? If you get past the security, nigga. So what are you doing?
What the fuck is you
Fourth
doing?
down, y'all go. First of all, y'all going for it on fourth down to begin with. So at that point, all style points don't matter. It don't matter, bro.
Get the
wide,
first.
your rap record, all that don't matter, my nigga. You need to be, if you go into the NFL, this will be my message to him. Because I see all the other stuff too. And I'm like, and when he does stuff like this, where's your head at first? And if you're going to try to make it in this league, you got to be out there, man, coming out, they commanding this stuff. You the other coach, you a coach on the field. If you playing that
coach on the
position,
field.
you supposed to be getting people in position if they out of position. You know what I'm saying? You the general on the field. Following you calling fucking calls. You know what I'm saying, nigga? And you get out there and you like, we outside, nigga, on a Sunday afternoon playing with our buddies, and you just go out on the fly. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
But hopefully he gets that tightened up, because that's an IQ thing, bro. And it's arrogance, like you said. But
I think it's pure. Because he know what he doing. But that was, to me, that was just a pure, I'm finna drop it in there, like you said, so he can, go for the high, the low percentage throw.
We're going for the Heisman, man. So I'm finna act a fool on him on this one.
Right. I'm finna have a high, man. You better, the Heisman moment is to get the first down and complete the process. That's right. The Heisman. Oh, I'm gonna get it all up, man. Yeah, go sit your ass down, Shador. Yeah, Piss me off with that throw. Piss me off. Because all I could hear was your ass talking
doing that kind of stuff, though, right? You would figure if he's a young guy, he makes this kind of mistake. But he's been playing long enough.
Oh man, come on, he know better. Come on, man.
He said he know better. Oh man,
your daddy Deion Sanders, motherfucker. You know better.
Right. Shit, he ain't even got to play quarterback to know that. We gonna get the first down. That means your linemen, you got to get them engaged. When you got them playing on their back foot on a fourth down, you got to pass the ball, man. That's hard for them. It's much easier for them if we gonna run the ball, because then they can fire off the line.
Right.
Get low, fire off that goddamn line, and you just shoot for his ass. Or pause, but you don't just boom.
Right.
Get in there, man. You said it. Nigga, get that 2 yards. But that was that I was like falling asleep, and I was like, these motherfuckers finna actually let these niggas come back, because I was hating on Colorado. And so I was like, because I was like, I thought Kansas was, to me, I was like, I started dozing when I was like, oh yeah, they running these niggas. And then I started dozing, and I woke up and I was seeing this, and I was like, and so it was like fourth down, you went for it. I didn't even trip off of it. And then I seen something on YouTube, and then you just mentioned it again though, but I forgot about that. And I was like, oh yeah, I wonder how Mark is feeling about this game right now. But not that play, just that they lost.
I mean, you want to see them win and everything, but it's like, God, this how you lose? You lose what? What's that?
They had excuse me. In a game they had action in.
Right. Hey, but these that's why I pull these boys up. Nebraska. Look at look. 80th in passing, 170th in rushing, 118 yards per game, and you are 5-1.
Right.
In the Big Ten, how much longer you think that's going to last?
Well, that's in the country though.
Yeah.
Out of all the teams.
Oh, okay. So this is backing up my argument about the old coordinator at Nebraska.
So you think so go to the top team in the country. Let's see where their rankings are in rushing and passing. Like the top 10, some of those top 10 teams. I want to see some.
Oh, let's start here.
Or you can go Texas. Yeah, go Texas, any of them, or Oregon or whatever.
Now you already know Oregon damn near
16.
top 5. Look, yeah. But look, yards per game though, 9th.
Yeah, no, right? That's big. That's big. That's solid. Right? 60 passing, that ain't bad. That in the top 25, I think that's what matters.
Let's look at Oregon.
Yeah. So the Ducks 116th in rushing and 27, but they top 25 in passing, and they're right outside on total yards per game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 80th though. They 60 away from that in passing. Penn State. Okay. Now we're starting to get somewhere, but they're ranked in the top 5. Or is it top 5? Where are they? Yeah, so 45th and 49th total yards per game, 21. So they're pretty balanced, but that's way outside the top 25 statistically.
Yeah, but see, the top Russian team, I think it's Army or something like that. Hold on, let me see. Navy. And they 5-0. They running the look, 4th
in rushing, 220th, and they getting passing. This shit, 25th in total yards. Yeah, they running all over everybody with their shit. All they do is run the ball.
All they do is they run. They still running the triple option.
That's a nightmare to defend, though. It is a nightmare.
Army too.
Yeah, you got to hit the decoy even if he ain't running the ball.
Oh, Army first.
Damn. 272nd in passing, nigga. Fuck you talking?
369 a game, and they average 462 a game. Damn.
I'm gonna have to check out one of those guys and watch one of them type of games in a long time. A throwback. I'm gonna see how that look. You ain't seen it in years.
Right, but let me see. Oh, here go my team right here. This is why I'm marking these teams.
SMU. Oh, look where they at. 107 passing, but there's 45th rush, so how are they 5-1?
Bro, they be you go look some highlights on them. They're like Kansas State.
So my point is that they 111th though in passing though. I mean, and who was that? Nebraska was at 80.
Nah, Nebraska. But SMU will beat the dog snot out of Nebraska. I didn't seen them both play.
And he said, that's it. He said, you already know.
Oh, Nebraska would want that. Because, see, Nebraska's actually really good. And it's not that it's their offensive coordinator. He be nut, man. Look, dude, they're 5-1. You're 80th in passing. You're 170th in rushing. And look at the numbers though. And remember, they got the number 1 quarterback.
Right.
And he's good. He lives up to the billing. Yeah, one of them times you got to look at Nebraska, look at a few of their games, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I see exactly what he's talking about." Because this dude, like, you be waiting on them to just let him just turn him loose because they got everything. They got all the other pieces. The defense is solid, like you used to seeing. Like I tell my people, Black Shirts is back.
Yo, you say they back?
They back, bro. Man, that dude. That's why they 5-1. They could be undefeated.
Wait a minute. Who did they lose to again?
Whatchamacallit, Illinois.
It was a close game. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
They lost to Illinois.
So who does Colorado play next? And is Travis Hunter going to be
Arizona?
Playing? How was Arizona this year?
They could lose. This is gonna be a good game.
Okay. He said they can lose. What Arizona? Are they ranked?
Who? Arizona?
Yeah.
They were.
Oh, so they're probably out now.
Yeah, they lost to Kansas State last week. But let's go look at the Big 12. Because if Colorado had to beat Kansas State, I was gonna say Deion's gonna make a run because they're gonna beat everybody else.
Right.
But not beating Kansas State, and I don't know if they're gonna. Can you see it? Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean everybody else on their schedule is beatable.
Right.
And see, they damn, they 3-3 now.
So is this who that's in a conference? But who they play next? You said who did you say? Arizona. Yeah, right. They're 3-3. Click into them. Okay.
Arizona won Arizona want to throw the ball.
Got you.
But they good though. They not.
Yeah, they're pretty balanced.
They balanced.
Okay.
That shit. You look at the rest of the Big 12, boy. Nah, they ain't gonna beat BYU. And see, you got Iowa, Texas Tech. Yes, boy. And they'd beat Kansas State. They'd be right up there with them. They're in the middle of the pack. But ain't nobody over there that they scared of.
Right.
Not like, last year the Pac-12, you knew when they played Oregon and SC. Right. Well, at least Oregon.
That was like an execution when I was at that game.
Right.
They scored a touchdown on Colorado, nigga. They was playing Sexy Red Ski Eat on them niggas, man. I was like, wow. I was like, that's cold. But no, I want to see him get a bowl game though. I do root for him for that to happen, But I think that now that the hype is starting to die down and allowing it to just be football, you're seeing the progress and all of that. I mean, you see this, they still have to make some changes, get better. But in football, it's not like it takes time to develop. To develop a program when you first coming in. So I think the expectations, is a little bit way off. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that he'll ever make it a powerhouse program. He needs to go into something that has an established foundation of having powerhouse programs in order for us to really see him compete on this level. I think, Florida State, if he goes there and stuff like that and the energy and all that, it's a different situation because he's getting, it's going to change. It's like if he would have got the Auburn job. They didn't want him. They wanted him, but the boosters didn't want him because he would have been at Auburn before it would have been Colorado.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I actually think he can build a powerhouse because Colorado was that before. And all it took was somebody like him to re-energize the fan base like he has. Now, putting that team. What's that?
I'm talking about because of location. That's big when you talk about these kids. And it's like that with pro players, Miami or Florida versus Colorado. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, but they still look, man. I hear what you're saying, but that college atmosphere still, it carries some weight. And I mean,
many kids. I get it, but I mean, you're not. All I'm saying is that you're not going to get them premium kids like you do, as as in a more abundance. You have the numbers as far as those them 5-star recruits and stuff, and blue chippers and shit. They get in the cup. So it's the slow grind, But
it's a slow grind. But what I'm saying is, we're talking about year 2. If he stays and doesn't follow his son to the NFL, and he really does get the opportunity, I think you'll see probably which is going to make Shedeur pissed off. Year 3, 4, 5 is when is going to be a different quarterback, but it's when he have been able to establish his program and get a good cycle of big guys in the trenches. That's been there now 2 years. You got. But I
don't think he's going to stay that long myself.
That's why I said if he stays. So, but if he does stay, he will have the guys in the trenches that he need to compete with these other programs. Because now, man, with the portal, I mean, look, Alabama fans finna be mad because it's over. All the good days of them just dominate with Nick Saban, those days is over. And that's why Nick Saban got up out of there.
Yeah. Do you think Deion is going to get an opportunity to be a head coach of the NFL?
Absolutely. Yeah, he will. Yes. 100%. And that's what everybody looking at is that, okay, well, is he going to follow his son to the NFL? Because think about it. Okay, yeah. If they go to a bowl game this year, he ticked the box. Hey, each year you got better and better. I took you to somewhere you ain't been in how long? My work is done. The NFL is calling. See you later.
I don't see it.
I mean, I hope it doesn't happen, but I can see that.
I don't see him. I don't think that he's that good of a coach to be an NFL coach.
Yeah, but you don't see, bro. You don't got to necessarily be. You just got to put the staff around you. You know.
Well, okay, that's absolutely correct. But what kind of staff do we have now?
Shit, he got what, 2 former head coach. Pat Shermer is coordinator.
He do. That's smart. That's smart.
He got it, man. He got a whole bunch of folks over there. I think the O-line coach is ex-Alabama O-line coach.
Okay.
Like he got a solid staff. So that's like that's usually the key. You make sure you got the right people in place. Like we was talking earlier, like the 49ers, the Ravens, Right. I mean, that's what I was saying before about him, man. I mean, he's smart enough to do that. Like he ain't going, I'm gonna go get this guy, like, no, he got an actual solid staff with a good mix of NFL, college, because he got to recruit. Like he got to recruit, so he got a cat on there. Make sure he got that covered.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I think I guess it just a name alone, but what he's doing has been doing. If he's able to get a ball game here, next couple of years.
If he get a bowl game this year, he out. I think he out.
You think he gone?
He gonna follow Shedeur. He gonna follow Shedeur.
Well, I say, I hope nothing but the best for them brothers. Like I said, I think Shador is going to go to the league, but I don't think that he's necessarily going to be a star in the league. I think that his brother is probably going to go to the league. I think that he's probably going to bowl it a little bit better because I just think the defense side of the things for him, he just got to stay healthy. And I think Travis Hunter, God willing, and he ain't hurt and fucked off by the end of his college career, is going to be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's how I see it playing out. You know what I'm saying? That his brother is going to be a solid defensive player. I don't know if he's going to be like his dad. What made his dad amazing was his speed. I don't see that in either one of them, but I think that Silo is probably a little bit better athlete. And I like his aggression on defense. So I think he's going to play on Sundays for sure, you know. And Shador, you know, that quarterback position, you know, the league, that's probably the toughest position on earth to do. You know what I'm saying? Coming out, you know what I'm saying? That to be good at it, it's hard to do. But I'm not saying that he won't be a starter, but I see him probably getting some starts, but I don't see him being like no superstar in the league. That's what I'd say to that. But is he good enough to go to the league? Absolutely. I do believe that.
Yeah, well, we gonna see. I mean, he ticks all the boxes, you know.
Right. No, but one thing I'm gonna give you credit. I'll give you credit because I was watching the game Saturday, and I was like, you know, watching him throw the ball, and I was like, yeah, he can make all the throws. He can make all
right.
He can make them.
All of them.
But he's slow as dirt though. He can make the throws too.
He ain't no Mike Vick or Jay Daniels.
No, he definitely not even Russell. You know.
Look, Olin.
He's a classic.
When I first saw him, right, my boy was like, so when I first saw him, I actually thought just like you, like, whatever. He's Dion's son, but I saw him transition from that freshman year to that sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay. And then from Jackson to Colorado, which pretty much is your third year in college,
right,
bro? He made that jump. And what I didn't like about that the throw Saturday sums up what the critics are saying. You arrogant, dude. Don't be arrogant. Humble your motherfucking self. And that throw tells us you're an arrogant piece of shit.
And that fuck with your draft. That fuck with your draft. You know,
fuck with your draft too. Yeah, they don't want no arrogant franchise quarterback. No, man. If anything, go the other way. Be humble in the motherfucker, and do what you can to hide the arrogance, because that's why everybody is on you. And again, that throw to me opened the can of worms for everybody to just get in his ass.
He's brashing that it seems like he wants to. I mean, he's like his daddy's son, so he's like, you know, outspoken and he's got some brashness to him. But to me, I get this entitlement vibe from him too, though. You know what I'm saying? And and I kind of look at him, and so I don't feel like I give him a fair shot. That's why I took a step back and watched, you know, him as a player, like. Still in the same, I feel the same way. I don't feel like he's all that. I feel like he's a good, definitely he's a good college quarterback, but him being in the pros, that's yet to be seen. But I don't think that he's that dude when it comes to that level.
And then you heard about the Cam Newton situation at the UCF that game. Apparently, Travis Hunter and Shador snubbed Newton because Shador didn't like some criticism that Cam, said.
You're right.
They're like, man, see, and that struck a nerve too, because it's like, come on, bro. What you think is going to happen when you get to the NFL? Vegas is going to be talking about how the nepotism is the only reason you're in the league. You know, you're going to have all of that, and yet you mad at Cam Newton, a Heisman Trophy winner, somebody that has did something you're trying to do.
Right.
You ain't did it yet. Matter of fact, you don't even measure up to this motherfucker yet. And he coming up to you talking, and you, man, see that shit there.
Yeah.
Because see, now you're creating bad karma for yourself.
Right.
Shador makes it to the league, but he's on the Cleveland Browns.
Right. On the bench, though.
Wait a minute. On the bench because you got this nagging injury that just won't go away.
Right.
And everybody and you, your daddy and the family is just waiting on you to finally get over this injury to finally show, okay, yeah. And it just, see, that's what being a dick. And see, that's how you knew Dion wasn't no asshole. Because if he really was an asshole, karma would have bit his ass.
You're right.
Terrell Owens, asshole, and they bit him a little bit.
Yep. It did. His career would have been a little bit different.
Antonio Brown, you coming off your best season and can't get a contract now. 2 years after your best season, and you do some crazy shit. Now you,
this nigga got CTE. Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? Like these cats, especially our boys, they you know what it's like. Cat get that NFL contract, first big money, and you're smelling yourself, and
right.
Now all of a sudden, you got your little couple of yes men around you now because you know
hype man. You got a couple hype men around
you. Got a couple of hype men, and now all of a sudden, it's like 50 Cent said, once you done got that hit, and you tell them to go make another one, they're like, oh, I gotta go get this bitch real quick. I'll be back.
Right.
Oh, I gotta go do this little shopping thing with my mom. I'll be right back. You got all these distractions going on instead of what made you the person you are, the player you are to get there. And then once you get there, all of a sudden you start believing everything you read instead of staying hungry.
But what the difference is with the NFL though, because it's not like the NBA, at least in my mind, is that when you go to NFL, it's a lot harder to transition and to just go out there and be that motherfucker. And you ain't just going to the NFL just.
Oh, right.
Incredible motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And that comes that far and few between, you know what I'm saying? So when you get in there, man, it's a whole lot of them. All these niggas was stars, nigga. Or was the motherfucking man, nigga, and all that shit. Can drink beers, fuck hoes, nigga, and run 40s, sub 4.3 40s, nigga. What we talking about? You know
what we talking about, right?
It's like they kicking your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, that's why I say it's like it's hard for me to see him as like this dude because I feel like a lot of that is inflated because of his father. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's not really a fair shake to me. But shit, we can go ahead, man. We at the hour and 30-something minute mark. Thank you guys for joining us on Football Talk Tuesday. It's been real. We have more football talks. If you want to join us, catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram every Tuesday night, 7:30 to 8:30. But we went along today. But anyway, come rock with us, and we out of here.
Deuces. Peace.